Hey everyone, Alexi here again, yoga teacher. So today I'm going to bring you a 20 to 30-minute video of yoga, and this will be in the style of vinyasa, which basically means you'll just be moving with your breath as much as you can. So I'll be cueing you through that the whole time. It'll be a great thing to kind of add in addition to when you start exercising more, doing more of your sports programs. So it's kind of going to be an all around thing just to open up the upper body, the lower body a little bit, just to get you a bit more flexible, which will always help improve pretty much anything in your life. So it's a great thing to add on. So you can come back to this video whenever you want as a quick little stretch before or even after. And yeah, so we'll get started. So all you'll need is a mat if you have one. If you don't, you can always use a towel. That just helps you from sliding around as much. That's really all you need. If you have any other yoga props that you want to use, feel free to grab them. And otherwise, we'll get started. All right, so you can grab your mat and get on that. So if you want to sit up on anything, you can. If not, that's okay. So we'll just start here for a couple minutes just to get ourselves grounded. So you're going to sit in a cross-legged seat, hands resting on your thighs. And then we're just going to start to sit up nice and tall through our spine. Close your eyes or look down towards the ground if that feels more comfortable. And we're just taking this time to check in. So I want you all to take a deep breath in, and as you do that, roll your shoulders all the way up towards your ears. And then as you exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. So a few times like that. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll your shoulders down. And one more, inhale up. And then exhale them down. So now just leave those shoulders down, but lift up through your chest, pull your belly in. Really feel the sit bones or your hips grounding down into the mat, and then feel your spine lengthen. Feel the crown of your head reaching up towards the sky. And just starting to bring more awareness into your physical body, more awareness into your breathing. And then just checking in with your thoughts and seeing if there's any thoughts that are still going on within the mind. Can you start to release those thoughts, just letting them float out of the mind like clouds, just blowing away. You don't need them. And starting to deepen the breath a little bit more. So you're inhaling through your nose, exhaling it out. And then draw your hands together at your heart, bow your head in, and take this moment to set a little intention for your practice today. So it can be something really simple. Maybe think about a word, a thought, something that you want to say to yourself, something positive that you want to invite in today. And then with that in mind, we'll seal that in with one more breath together. So take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Good. And then start to bring your hands back down. You can blink your eyes open, and then we'll get to it. So we're first going to start on our hands and knees. So this position is called tabletop. And so in your tabletop, you're stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees, untucking the toes, and then spreading nice and wide through your fingers. So here we're just going to wake up our spine a little bit with something called cat and cow pose. So as you inhale, you're going to drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tailbone, look up towards the sky if you can. And then as you exhale the breath out, you're going to round your back, pull the belly in, and feel those shoulder blades opening up behind you. So we're linking movement with breath. We're going to do that again. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift tailbone, lift your gaze if you can. And then again, exhale, rounding all the way up and in. Feel the shoulder blades opening up. And then two more like that. So inhale again, drop the belly, lift the chest, look up. And then exhale, round it in. And then one more like that. Inhale, open. and then exhale, round. Good. Now we're going to come back to neutral here. So our spine is long. We're just in all fours here. And then what we're going to do next is reach our right arm all the way up towards the sky. Take a big stretch, maybe look up. And then as you exhale, you're going to thread your right arm underneath. So your right shoulder comes down onto the mat. Right cheek does as well. And then we're just going to hold that here. So this is a great stretch for your shoulder. So just staying with your breath there a couple times. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale it out. And then you're going to press into that left hand. Pull yourself back up. Reach all the way up to the sky again with that right arm. And then exhale, lower it down. So now same thing other side. So reaching that left arm all the way up, stretch open through your chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to thread that arm underneath. So now the left shoulder comes down on the mat along with the left side of your face. And then holding that there. So now we're stretching out the left shoulder, taking a few breaths there. Good, and then same thing, we're going to press into that right hand to reach ourselves back up. Left arm reaches up again, and then exhale, lowering it down. Good. So now just kind of sway the hips from side to side, just getting into the hips a little bit there. Good. All right, and then back to center again. So now we're going to step our left foot all the way back behind us and just kind of push your weight back. So you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your leg and your calf muscle. So holding that there, taking a deep breath in, and exhale it out. Good, come back to center, bring that knee down, and then we'll switch. So now stepping the right foot back, pressing our weight back, so we're opening up through that calf muscle on the right side. And again, take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Good. Come back through center, back to tabletop. So now what we're going to do is try to come into a full plank pose. So we're going to step the left foot back and then step the right foot back, and now we're in a full plank. So this is a nice strong pose to get our arms and legs and core, everything wakes up here. The most important thing is you want to stack your shoulders over your wrists. Pull that belly up and in. Keep holding that there. If you need to modify, drop your knees down. And then just take one more breath there. Deep inhale. And now as you exhale, see if you can lower your knees down and slowly with control, hug those elbows into your body and lower yourself down onto the mat. So now we're down on our bellies here. Our hands are still where they were before. Hug your elbows in, press the tops of the feet down into the mat, and then inhale, lift open with your chest. So this is cobra pose. Pull your shoulders back, take an inhale, and then exhale, lower the chest down. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, lift up, pull the shoulder blades back, and then exhale, lower it down. Now this time, start to curl the toes. You're going to press yourself back. Bring your knees nice and wide to either edge of your mat, big toes together behind you, and then sit all the way back and reach those arms out. We're going to come into child's pose here. So it's a nice stretch. It's a resting pose, but it can still be pretty active if we're pressing through our hands, reaching those fingertips forward, and then let your forehead rest on the mat there. Taking a few breaths. One more inhale. Exhale it out. Good. And then start to come back forward, back onto all fours. Now we're going to start to come into down dog. So you're just going to curl the toes behind you and then lift the hips up high. And this is our down dog. So you're going to spread nice and wide through your fingers. You're going to press your chest back towards your feet. And then just for the beginning here, we're going to invite some movement in. So just start to pedal out through your feet. So meaning bend one knee, drop the opposite heel down. So again, you'll feel a nice calf stretch. You'll feel the hamstrings waking up. You even feel it in your feet as well. Good, staying with your breath there. As you're ready, start to find stillness now in downward facing dog. So same thing, pressing yourself back, but little bend to the knees this time, lifting up that tailbone nice and high. Good, let's take one more breath here together. So deep inhale, exhale it out. Good, and now inhale, you're gonna lift up onto your toes, look forward towards your hands, bend your knees nice and deep, and then really slowly, see if you can tiptoe yourself up to the top of your mat. Nice stretch for the backs of the legs. Once you get up there, feet are going to be hips width apart. Hands go to your shins, and then halfway lift, so lengthen your spine out nice and long. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold it forward. And then two more like that. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in. One more. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And now keep the bend in your knees. Now we're going to take something called ragdoll. So grab your elbows and let your whole upper body fall forward. And then you can do a little sway here from side to side. So just gets into the waist. Let your head and neck hang nice and heavy. Shake it out a bit. Good. And then we'll release the elbows. Keep the bend in your knees. And then slowly start to roll all the way up. Maybe you feel your hips crack a little bit. That's okay. It's a good thing. And we're standing all the way up. So as we stand up, I'll face you guys. So just bring your big toes together to touch. Stand up nice and tall through your spine. Palms are facing forward, so this is called mountain pose. So nice, strong pose, standing up nice and tall. Close your eyes again maybe, if you'd like. Hands come to heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Good. Blink the eyes open again. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. So now we're going to grab the left wrist, and then we're just going to lean over to the right. So I'm going to look like I'm doing it the opposite way. So just listen to what I'm saying. So leaning to the right. Take one more breath. Come back through center, and then now grab your right wrist and lean over to your left. So you should feel a nice stretch through your right side body. Take another breath in. Exhale it, come back through center. Palms press, look up, stretch up tall. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold all the way forward. So I'm going to face this way again. So now inhaling, halfway lift, long spine. And then as you exhale, we're going to plant our hands, step the left foot back, and we're just going to stay in a low lunge here. So start to move forwards and back if that feels okay, so that helps you get into the hip a little bit more. And then from there, stay balanced on the ball of your back foot, and let's see if we can rise all the way up to a high crescent lunge. So if you need to keep your hands on your hips, you can do that. So most important point, front knee over your ankle, sitting down nice and low through your hips, pull your belly in so you're in a nice strong stance, finding that balance, and then maybe you reach the arms up. So nice activation through your legs, relaxing your shoulders down your back. Trying to keep your gaze just at something ahead of you, something that's not moving, so it helps with your balance. And then take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to spin your back foot flat and rise open to warrior two. So in our warrior two stance, front heel is aligned with your back inner arch. And then we're sitting down low through our hips. That front knee is still over the ankle. And then we're sealing down the outer edge of that back foot, and arms are out by your sides. Relax your shoulders and take your gaze forward again. So looking forward, try to relax your face. And again, just finding a few breaths here. Good. Take one more inhale. Exhale it out. So now you're going to straighten your front leg. Bring your left hand back behind you. And then reach that right arm up and overhead. Maybe look up, challenging your balance there. So we're reversing our triangle pose. And now we're going to set up for our triangle pose. So arms back out into a T. You can hop that back foot in a little bit just to shorten your stance. So now we're going to push our hips back first, reach all the way forward, and then you can rest your hand on your thigh or maybe the ground next to you as that left arm reaches up towards the sky. So again, we're finding some balance here through our feet, lengthening through the crown of your head so your spine is nice and long. Staying with your breath. Good. Take one more inhale. Exhale it out. Good. And then we'll start to rise ourselves back up. So now we're just going to take those front toes and spin them out to the side. So our toes are in, heels are out, and we're facing the long side edge of our mat. So we're going to bring our hands to our hips here. Take a deep breath in, look up. And then as you exhale, we're just going to fold halfway here. So our head is in line with our hips technically. And you're just going to see how this feels. So if this feels like enough, if it feels kind of scary, that's okay. It's normal. But if you have any more flexibility and you want to bring your hands down to the mat, you can do that. You're going to keep a little bend in your knees. And then you're going to let your upper body fold forward if you can do that. If not, just stay with a flat back like this here. So otherwise, wherever you are, take a few more breaths. So we're stretching into the backs of our legs, into our feet. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale out. Good, and then wherever you are, you're going to come back to that halfway lift with the spine. And then as you exhale, rise yourself back up. So you're going to spin those front toes forward again. Come back to warrior two, gazing forward. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to cartwheel the hands down. So now you're framing that front foot again. You're going to be on the ball of the back foot. And then just your left hand's going to stay down. And right arm's going to reach up towards the sky, coming into an easy twist. So here we're still balancing on that back foot, but opening up the chest. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale out. Look down. Bring that right hand down again. And then you're going to step the other foot back. So you're in high plank again. And then just push your hips back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, and then exhale, try and take a big step up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead, palms touch, look up, and then exhale, hands to heart. So now we're going to do that all on the other side. So as you inhale, reach up, look up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then this time as you exhale, hands plant down, step your right foot back, and now we're in that lunge again. So same thing here, if you want to move a little bit forwards and back, you can do that. And then set yourself up with your balance, try to feel nice and strong in your legs, and then you're going to rise up into our crescent lunge. So if you want to start with hands on your hips, you can do that. Get nice and low. So again, front knee over the ankle, pressing through that right heel behind you, and then maybe reach the arms up. So again, we're staying here for a few breaths, finding our balance, but also finding strength in our legs. Good. Taking one more inhale. And then as you exhale, spin that back foot flat, and then again, rise open to warrior two on this side now. So again, check in. Front heel is aligned with the back inner arch. So our feet are on one line there. Knee is over the ankle, sitting down nice and low, and then opening up the arms. Looking forward. Nice calm breathing. Good. Take one more breath. And then we're going to straighten that front leg and reach up and back behind you again. So we're getting a nice stretch on the left side of our body. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, coming back up. So now we're going to hop that back foot in a little bit. And then we're going to push our hips back first. And then reach all the way forward. So we're lengthening our spine. And then the left hand's going to come down to your shin or the mat. Spin open to the right. And then right arm up towards the sky. So we're looking up, trying to stack our right wrist on top of the shoulder. And finding our balance here. So think about your feet. Think about how much you're pressing into your toes, pressing into your heels, opening up. Good. Take one more full breath in. Exhale out. And then we're going to look down, slowly come back up. Okay. And then we're going to spin the front toes in again. So now we're facing the other side, toes in, heels out, hands on our hips. Sorry that I'm not facing you that way. But inhale, reach up. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold forward the same way again. So again, coming forward either halfway, staying there if that feels like enough, or you're going to come all the way down, bring your hands down, bend in your knees a little bit, and then let the crown of your head come down. Maybe you want to move a little bit through the legs. If that feels good, you can do that. Holding that there for 2 more breaths. Good, and then same thing, you're going to bring your hands to your hips, halfway lift, and then exhale, we're all going to press back up to standing. Good, so I'm going to switch my spot again so I'm with you guys. So now you're going to bring your left toes back to face forward. You're going to come back into your warrior two pose, opening up the arms, and then take a deep breath in. When you exhale, you're going to cartwheel those hands back down to the mat, step it back into your plank pose, and then all the way back into downward facing dog. Good, so holding that there, take a deep breath in, exhale out, and then last little thing we forgot on this side, step your left foot back up, bring your right hand down, and then now we're going to reach our left arm up towards the sky. So just doing that twist so that we're all even on both sides here. So opening up. Taking one more breath. And then exhale, bring that left hand down. So now again, step back to plank. And now we're going to bring the knees down nice and wide, big toes to touch, and send your hips all the way back again. Come back into your child's pose, your resting pose. So forehead to mat, breathing a few times there. Good, and then as you're ready, just look forward, come up again, and then we're gonna cross our legs and just come down into a seat. So we'll do just a couple more stretches here, then we'll be all set. So we're gonna bring both legs out long, and as you do that, you're gonna flex your feet so toes are pointing towards your face. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up nice and high, and then as you exhale, you're gonna try to fold forward over your legs. So you may not be able to touch your feet, and that's okay. Just let your hands rest wherever they can on your legs. Let your upper body kind of hang forward. And really here, you're just finding a stretch through the backs of your legs and your low back. So holding that there a few times. Good, take one more breath. Exhale, try to fold a little bit deeper. Good, and then come back up. Now we'll bring the soles of our feet together, knees are wide open. Grab your ankles, sit up tall again, deep breath in. And then when you exhale, try to bend at your elbows and fold forward. So you'll feel a nice stretch through your inner thighs, through your hips. Good, take one more breath. Exhale out. Good, rise back up. And then we'll just simply cross our shins together again, sitting up nice and tall, resting your hands on your knees. Again, close your eyes. And so just taking this moment here just to notice how the body feels now. Maybe it feels a bit more open, a bit more relaxed. And either way, just knowing that this is something positive that you can do for both your body and your mind. So let's bring our hands together at our heart again, bow the head in, and we'll seal everything in with one more breath together. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it out of the mouth. Good. Bring your hands back down, and then at your own time, you can slowly blink your eyes back open, and you are all set. So thank you all for joining me today. I hope that was helpful, and perhaps I will see you again. Good luck with all of your sporting events and practices, and everyone stay safe and healthy. Thank you. Bye.